gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I got to bring it to you, cowards, and it's gonna be quick. Alright, oh, you been in here before? Whoa, you gonna look up and catch you right with get done with, jump quick. You gonna broke the dog with a bump of life. They gonna go click now one, all over some trouble. Ain't that summer? Bitch, you remind me of a strip club. Every time we come around, it's like, well, I just gotta get my house. And I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, but not that my expensive watch what you do. But you gon' find yourself very next to someone else. But we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Well, maybe they just saying that now that they miss you. How they miss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Up in here, off the chain. I just wanna take you away. What y'all trying to do? Treat the pirate magic from the air. It's just so good. Look at it. My partner's showtime. Guess who's back again? But they don't know y'all time, but they know as soon as we walk in. Shut up, I'm wearing two minutes. Yeah, it's on a mix. Yeah, Englewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. No, the color red, the blue. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Some of the pretty girls around me, and they're waking up the back. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be talking. Keep up. Hey, it's on there. Come on. Yeah. Watch out. Treat the pirate magic from the air. It's just so good. Say outside on my feet. Say, I got to see my boys to be deep. We saw it and my boys see. Got to do this, got to be. If you are, I want to thank you there. 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 If you are, I want to thank you there. I want to thank you there. I want to thank you there. When I look at this, I want to thank you there. You can do it too. Tap your fingers in the air and take the microphone too. Now you can lean with it and you can drop with it. You can switch to the other leg and you can stop with it. Now get it, now get it, now get it, now get it. Now hit the booty do, hit the booty do. Now hit the booty do, hit the booty do. Now you can get with it, don't get with it. Now you can get with it, don't get with it. If you want, I want to thank you there. 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 If you want, I want to thank you.
They wish and I wish and I wish and I wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't want to die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They don't tell the story, people different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hope that sometimes I don't, yeah. I feel good sometimes I don't, hey. I feel that down with the low, hey, next. Might go down to G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, yeah, wait. I make sure that no side E. And still, Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, hey, what is on? I'll make you mean to this. What's up, buddy? What's happening? What's up, Scott Paul? What's happening? Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, he's about that time to turn this thing on now. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, well, let's go, everybody. Do this thing, you can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, well, let me see you do it. Hey, snapping vitals, do this thing, you can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Well, let me see you do it. Hey, snapping vitals, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it. We go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm Bob. What's happening? What's up? Got that park fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got control in my cup. I drink. I'm on control in birth like anything. I'm low to go. Snapping vitals. Do this thing. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Like snapping vitals. Do this thing.
I got a condo in Manhattan, baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass in body, so don't get to grab it. So pop, 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 pop for me. Turn around and drop it for me. Drop it for me. I went to Beach House in Miami. Wake up with no damage. Rise to tell for dinner. Do yourself that's heavy. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Say you got it if you want it. Take my wife if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Cool jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on ice. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Let's fire tonight. Silk sheets and diamonds all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. If you can be my flica, girl, I'll be a flico. I'll never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Every day 24 carats. Take a look at that.
Why are you playing with your hair? You're on video.
Like this one too?
Hold on 1 second. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining the Three Kings Story. Three Kings Story Time with me, Mason, and Kyler. Today we will be reading I Define Me by Kyler Eric Smith. Make sure you like and share for a chance to win a book box with my book, The Science Behind It, and Kyler's book, I Define Me. But before we move on, I want to introduce myself. My name is Carter. I'm 9 years old, from Detroit, Michigan, and I am the CEO of Popcorn and Books. Popcorn and Books is where we encourage kids ages 5 to 10 to read more and to enjoy reading. I wanted to do this because I read a newspaper article that I read if third graders couldn't read well, they would have to repeat the third grade, and I didn't want that to happen. And so I wanted to do 2 elementary school classes to stop the literacy problem. Unfortunately, COVID-19 shut the schools down before I had a chance, so I had to think outside the box by creating a book box. I joined Raising a Mogul, and they taught me how to create my book box. And soon enough, I released my book box. But the book box wasn't the only thing I released. On December 16th, 2020, I released my very first book, The Science Behind It. I never thought I would release a book, but I was wrong. In my book, I talk about how COVID-19, being bullied, and how autism couldn't stop me from accomplishing my goals. You can find me on my website, carter.popcornandbooks.com. That's carter.popcornandbooks.com. You just enjoyed the sounds of DJ Babyface, the 8-year-old Mason LaRod Byers, the son of Aisha R. Byers of Birmingham, Alabama. Mason is a 3rd grade Birmingham City School student. At the age of 2, Mason was awarded to the opportunity to attend the 2015 White House Easter egg roll under the Obama/Biden administration. He is currently an active member of Boy Scout of America Birmingham, a virtual institute, and is an Alabama State representative for Be Strong. Be Strong is a nonprofit organization that encourages the youth to prevent bullying, isolation, and suicide. At the age of 7, Mason started his own business, Pop Shots by Mason, selling flavored candy popcorn. While continuing his popcorn business, Mason's interest grew, and he decided to learn the skills of becoming a disc jockey. With his love for music, training, passion, and dedication at the age of 8, Mason is now maintaining a second business. He now DJs for kid events and goes by the name of DJ Babyface. While maintaining such a busy schedule, he still enjoys playing basketball, riding his bike with friends, and driving his 4-wheeler. Through these experiences, Mason has gained a wealth of knowledge, received words of encouragement all over the world, and made countless amounts of friends. I would like to introduce you to our author for tonight, Kyler Eric Smith. Kyler, who has recently gained notoriety, followed the release of his popular autobiographical children's book entitled I Define Me, which he wrote at the age of 9. In this heartwarming piece, Kyler provides readers with the unique opportunity to walk to walk in the shoes of a bright, articulate, and, and multi-talented child who has been diagnosed with dyslexia, dysgra- dysgraphia, and not dyspraxia. At his speaking engagements, Kyler empowers students with learning differences as well as their parents by encouraging to see these differences not as obstacles but as challenges that work through hard work, intensity, and intensity, and with the right support can be overcome. He reminds attendees he reminds attendees of He reminds attendees of this when he proclaims that he never will allow anyone to discourage him, and proudly shares his motto, "I define me."
Thank you, Carter. Good night, everyone. This is my book, I Define Me. I'm going to be reading and sharing you my book, I Define Me. I Define Me by Kyler Eric Smith, illustrated by Crystal Ball. My name is Kyler and I have dyslexia. I have to work hard to figure out what something says, but it's not because I'm not smart. When I was younger, I would memorize books. I could re, re, re I could react remember them perfectly from memory and trick people into thinking I was reading the words. Pretty smart, huh? You know who else is smart? My mom. She caught on to the fact that I was memorizing all my books. She even noticed that I often wrote backwards. My parents took me to a doctor who gave me a test. I do not usually like tests, but this one was good. It showed that I have dyslexia, dyspraxia, and dysgraphia. Who knew? I'm really smart, but sometimes I have to work hard with. I'm really smart, but sometimes I have hard times with my coordination when I write something. I use big letters that go all the way across the page. Other times I write little letters with no spaces between them at all. Now that I know what's wrong, I'm working hard to correct it. I go to occupational therapy to work on my coordination. It's very cool. I work on puzzles and swing on ropes. I practice picking up items with chopsticks and practice tracing. I even use clay to strengthen my hand muscles. I also use slime to strengthen my hand muscles and to help me focus. I am Slime Master K. I can make all I can make slimes in all kinds of colors with lots of cool scents. I even create a slime club at my school and I sell my slime. I love making and playing with slime. It's really fun and working with it helps me a lot. After I was diagnosed, I moved to a special school. for kids with learning differently. Some people might not like going to school, but I love it. The teachers help me read and write, do math, we sing and play the xylophone, and I even get to take theater and hip hop classes. Know what? I even started my own acting club, and we write TV shows. We do sports at school too. Too. Sometimes I bring my ball and my friends and I kick the ball. Soccer is my favorite sport. I love running up and down the field. My coach sometimes gives me too many directions, which makes it hard for me to understand what they want me to do. But that's okay. I just do my best and try to score goals. Soon after I started my new school, we had a guest writer come to talk to us. I was just sitting there listening to when suddenly I hear the guest author call my name in a loud male voice. Kyler, Kyler, is there a Kyler here? He asked really loudly. I crawled underneath my chair and hid. The other kids were pointing at me and calling my name. I didn't know why the guest author was looking for me, but I crawled underneath from my chair and went to the front of the room where he was. He said, "Hey, Kyler, I hear you have a little trouble reading sometimes." I said, "Yes. And do you know what?" He said, "That it's okay, Kyler. I did too. I didn't learn how to read until I was an adult. You know who the author was? He was a really big actor from a popular 1970 television show." Wow, it made me feel so good to hear that even famous actors have trouble too. Every day I work on my reading and word. I try to read everything and sound out every word I see. I'm getting so good. I still need to practice and go to tutoring, but it's okay. I know I'm getting better every day. God gave me a different brain, but nothing and no one can hold me back. I am Kyler Eric Smith, and I define me.
That was amazing, Kyler.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoyed that. If you everyone audience, if you think Kyler did a good job, then give him a round of applause. Miss Smith is going to say something that'll help us understand. Miss Smith, you have our attention.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly what dyslexia, dyspraxia, and dysgraphia is, or what it means. Dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech, sound, and learning how they relate to letters and words, decoding, also called a reading disability. Dyslexia affects the area of the brain that processes language. Dysgraphia is a learning disability that affects writing abilities. It can manifest itself as difficulties with spelling, poor handwriting, trouble putting thoughts on paper, because writing requires a complex set of motor and information processing skills. Dyspraxia, also known as developmental coordination disorder, DCD, is a neurological disorder that impacts an individual's ability to plan and process motor tasks. It is a condition affecting physical coordination. It causes a child to perform less than expected in daily activities for their age, and they appear to move clumsily. But as Kyler has told you, what is your motto, Kyler?
I define me.
You can define yourself all the time. Please put in your name, drop your name in the comment sections. We're going to have giveaway of books and popcorn and books boxes. So put your name in the comment section so you can be eligible for a giveaway. And please share it. You have to share it in order to be eligible also. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it back over to the boys. Carter?
No, thank you, Miss Smith. I would like to ask Kyler a few questions. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Question 1. What advice do you have for other children that may be having similar difficulties?
If they have any dyslexia or any learning disability, to not be ashamed and to sound out the word if they don't know what it is, or to keep trying. Don't give up, no matter what anyone says or does.
Wow. Do you plan on writing another book?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, really? When?
I plan on writing another book. Maybe in this year, in maybe July.
July?
July.
Okay. Wow, I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Our final question. Do you have any suggestions for children who might be struggling with learning their differences?
The advice that I have is just, if you have any learning disabilities, just keep trying. Don't stop.
Wow. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for answering the questions. Now I would like to ask Mason to ask me a few questions. Okay. Okay, I'm in. Now I would like to ask Mason a few questions as well. Tell us about your popcorn business.
Okay, so I am Mason. I got a popcorn business named Pop Shots by Mason. I started that business when I was 7 years old in 2nd grade, and I didn't really have any difficulties. I didn't really have no problems. It was like the only problems was like, well, I didn't really have no problems, so I didn't really have no problems, so it was no biggie, but I started my popcorn when I could start my popcorn business when I was 7. I started in the 2nd grade. I sell all type of flavors. I sell all type of flavors. I sell gourmet flavors. I mean, I sell birthday cake. I sell green apple. I sell cherry. I sell orange oil. I sell and I sell like a whole lot of other flavors.
Wow. I want to try. I want to try. I want to try your flavors too. What'd you say?
I said I got cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. Wow. I want to try that. Now tell us about your DJ business.
Okay. So I started this DJ business. I started this big DJ business on December 25th, aka the day of Christmas. I got all my equipment on the day of Christmas. On the day of Christmas, I started my business. Then we made a new page for it. And I started this business when I was 8. I started this business when I was 8, and then I started this business when I was in 3rd grade. And this business, I just DJ. I learned a lot. I learned what are buttons. I learned to push buttons. And I learned to mess around with stuff.
Okay. Do you have any words for encouragement for anyone that would like to be a kid entrepreneur?
So my words is put 100% sure. Make sure you put all your force and everything you got into your mind. Then your mind gonna put is your mind gonna put the work into whatever you're trying to do. So yeah. So stay smart, stay yourself. If you see somebody else doing something on YouTube, don't get jealous because they got all these followers and stuff. But yeah, so stay yourself, stay yourself, stay yourself and but 100% sure be 100% sure that like you can do this thing, which agree with your parents that you can do it. So
Wow. So you said when has more followers than you, don't get jealous.
no.
What did you say? What did
I
you say?
said no.
Oh no. Before that.
What you
Before
mean?
I mean when you said wait. So you didn't say when someone had more followers than you, don't get jealous.
You don't get jealous. Be yourself. One day you're gonna pass some people. One day you gonna do something that's gonna make them angry or something. Well, not make them angry, but one day, let's just say you're gonna get your revenge.
Thank
So yeah,
okay. Okay. So remember how I talked about my book box when I introduced myself?
yes,
And also remember how I said make sure you like and remember how I said make sure you like and subscribe it in order to get a book box. Well, I want
yeah, yeah, yes.
because I want to explain what my box is and why I created it. Which okay, my book box has 2 books, popcorn candy from my brother's business, Kyrie's Candy Stop, and so much more, that kids will enjoy. The kids will enjoy. I created this book box because I wanted to read to 2 elementary school classes because of the article I read. But COVID-19 shut the schools down, and so I had to think outside the box. I ship book box. I ship book box. I ship book boxes once a month, and I have a monthly subscription. If you want to buy my book box, if you want to buy my book box, then go to my website www.popcornbooks.com. Thank you everyone for joining us. Now we're going to turn it back to DJ Babyface.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Daddy's made black, got the horses black in my bag. Riding on a horse, you can't whip your horse. I've been in the valley, you can been up off that horse. Now ain't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Daddy's made black, got the horses black and mad. Riding on a horse, you can't whip your horse. I've been in the valley, you can been up off that horse. Now ain't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
I'm shaking the city like cake. Ain't blowing the face like my love cause I'm taking the game, so let's make it. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I witness some change, my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say you ain't raps, they like say the time. I can dance all day, I'm too step. Y'all looking at something like a true player. A girl told me that a man that can dance, I can possibly get down with the two in his hand. Now, my ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low, then the pound of real fast, just like the percolate. back it up. Make it up, make it back it up. Back it up, back it up. Girl, rock with it, and I'm a rock. I'm the baby. That's my mommy. That's my daddy. We're also.
SpongeBob.
It's not about winning, it's about fun.
What's that?
Fun is when you, fun is, it's like, it's kind of, sort of like a, what is fun? Like, let me spell it for you. When we do stuff together, do it for you and me. And it's anywhere and anytime at all.
It's completely idiotic.
You are allowed.
Cash on me, like I hit the lottery. Look chill, watch on how they follow me. Honest blue, yeah, I got them all on me. Go, let's go. Proud shoe, yeah, I keep a style on me. Pretty freaks, make them follow me. I swear, wet party, I got 30,000 on me right now. Go, let's go. Too much cake, all these on the page. Send it racks, I do 10 on top of my tape. Diamond chain, VVS, I can't breathe. Go, let's go. Saint Laurent, Mommy here, Givenchy, Gucci garments, Gucci bucks, Gucci skis. You gon' cut that, we know that both free.
Corvette, hop in the jet like that. Hit me that. They were like, why you all like that? Why you talk like that? Why you all like that? It's like Uzi Vert. Come on, I don't want no turn on my legs. Turn me left. I turn into 2 phones and I turn them 5 to a stack. I was just down in the box, talking to back in the back. I can get it out of the box, but they don't want to talk about that. Keep it packed. Know that we Xing you out. If you be moving too fast, and that's a fact. Keep talking about the for me, cause this cat, they know where I'm at. If I ain't on words, then I wanna be 11 to birds to be exact. If I ain't on words, then I wanna be 11 to birds to be exact. It's a Uzi Vert. Maybach. I'm in the cut, my whip all black. Yes, I've been right in, cause my paint all matte. And it's shorty on top, and she the backpack. I've never seen you on me way back. They want to rich club. Probably why I like that, why I talk like that. No, it's no time to relax. I'm here from the front, I don't want it from the back. From the back, I'm here, no, it's no hiding that. They go to one shot, no kind of rest. Okay, I never love it. Correct, half of the month, jet like that. I was too high, now that jet lag. And they say, Uzi, why you talk like that? When you want like that, why you talk like that? But you're not like too easy. I said she too needy, I said she too greedy. She said she always wanna believe, but let go. Strange game. Face shots and face on short legs. Mouth. Burn away, I'll carve and bean like it. Stand it off. I'm in the spot.
Emily, don't you be me, thought you wanted me to go. Why you it's a dream, wish it on the dream. I got fans finally, and she wanted me to see. I want this for my life. That you wanted to see me try. You lie, just say to me what you want from me.
Bye.
Hold on, wait. Thank you. Wait. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
You're welcome.
I like both of your books. Bye.
Bye. Wait. Thank you for joining us for the what's it called again, Mason?
Say it again.
What did you say?
3 Young Kings.
Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you for joining us in the 3 Young Kings. Again, my name is Karter. This is Mason. Again, our names are Karter, Mason, and Kyler, and thank you for your time. Until next time, happy reading, happy eating, happy DJing, and happy not giving upping. Bye.
Make sure you like and share. Bye. Stand on one until.
Thank you, everyone.